Hello, everybody. How y'all doing
Boom.
tonight?
You know,
Hey, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Goodbye.
Hey,
That's a nice stream.
It
Yep.
says I'm live. So here we go to find. I love that the YouTube site has to catch up in about a minute and a half.
yeah.
It didn't take that long for mine to pop up.
Hi, bud.
All the cool people are here.
Yep. Hi, David.
Yep. Hey, bud.
How's everybody doing tonight? Frenchie,
Frenchie?
hello. Well, why does Frenchie not have a
Hello,
wrench?
Mark. Danny.
Frenchie has a Pepe Le Pew avatar.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
That cartoon used to be hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
You,
I just
you
made
are
you
so
a star. Hi,
lovely, so
Hi, Mark.
precious.
Tetris.
Hey, Carrie. And then I like at the end of those cartoons how it flipped, where now she was really interested in him, and he was like, whoa, and running away.
Yeah.
There was always a cat who had paint down their back or something. It wasn't another
Yep.
skunk.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Brian.
Brian,
Hey,
Carrie.
Ryan.
The other Mark.
Kevin Hawthorne.
Kevin.
Oh,
Hey,
he's
Scooter.
from Shames. So I'm going to
Wow.
give him
Scott.
a wrench.
Lakeland,
No problem,
Florida.
Frenchie. Kevin, I just gave you a wrench.
Oh, we got a Mystic Librarian in the crowd.
Thank you, Mystic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You know
want.
what that reminds me of?
I've emailed the,
Uh-oh.
The Mystic Librarian. We're talking books now.
I knew that was coming out.
That was my cue.
So you heard Mystic.
Yeah. But Mystic's talking about a Tootsie Toy that I found. It's a little crushed, but and it turns out it's an oil tanker, not a bus. But
Ooh.
I emailed a guy that has YouTube channels that restores old destroyed toys. I haven't heard back from him yet because I want to see if he can fix it up for me.
Do something with it. Cool.
Yeah.
Is it Marty's Matchbox Restore Restorations?
I can't remember which one it is. This guy does the Matchboxes, Tootsies, plus the
Hey,
old
Charlie.
tin cars from the 60s and stuff. So,
Cool.
The guy I'm talking about is in Australia.
oh no, this guy's in the States.
I don't remember what channel it is, but the guy, like you, in the beginning, he has that tow truck.
Hi, Fairy
He
Dust.
pulls across the table. He'll hook up his project car with his tow truck, and he'll pull it off
Oh, that's
and
cool.
go work on it.
Hi, Georgianne.
Cool.
Hey, Georgianne.
Hello,
Hello.
Georgia.
One ideast. Buddy
Hey,
Mess.
chasing Miss Charlie.
The one ideast looks like he needs a wrench.
Hey, MG
Hi,
Preacher.
Danny.
Man, they just rolling in now, Bill.
Yeah, we got 28 people in here already. Well, hi, Jim.
Wow.
Hey, Man of Steel.
Jim.
My Muddy Mess. Hey, Ronnie
The one
Adventures.
ideast, you're welcome. Oh.
The chat's on fire.
Yeah, I know. It's like
The
blew
ball
up.
tonight?
The one ideas. There's Pat.
That.
Gravity
Throttle.
Throttle Racing Matchbox. That sounds cool, Pat.
That sounds fun.
And Fairy Dust.
Hi, Fairy Dust.
Very. Hey,
Hey,
Randy.
Randy, how you
Long
Hey,
doing?
Randy.
Wow.
Torchy.
Rob may be running late if he gets here at all tonight. Apparently, they got a stand-in DJ at trivia, and the guy is slower than molasses. So he said slower than molasses running uphill. So that's pretty slow.
yeah.
31 people in the house already. Wow.
Wow. You just started like 5 minutes ago, too.
Yeah.
It's like
Zaxxon,
It's like 4 weeks of
Ronnie, hello.
people on Dreamstream.
Yeah, it is. Ron, how you doing?
Come on up and join us. Hey, Paula.
Hey, Carl.
Hi, Paula.
Paula.
Hi, Carol.
I was like, hi, Papa Rouse, aka Bill.
I get Miss Charlie up here one of these days.
Yeah, but I figured since I got out of the hospital today, celebrate and do a live stream. Yeah.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
You're ready for the next book, Georgianne, but it's right now it's in the hands of the editor. And when I get it back, hopefully it'll be something that I can actually get ready to publish.
Cool.
But I've had idle time waiting while the book's in the editor's hands. What do? I start another book.
I still want to write my first one. You're on what? Your 10th? Maybe 11th?
6 children's books, and I'm on my second adult book, so
Okay.
I'm on my 8th. The one I'm writing now,
Yeah.
the one I just started writing is the history of my area is back in 1727. It was a priest from France who lived among the Native Americans, and they send Native Americans down the river to harass the British settlers, burn their crops, kill their livestock, and that kind of stuff. And the British finally got sick of it, and they sent 208 British soldiers up the river.
Hi, Tom K.
To go after this priest. They ended up burning down his church, slaughtering him, and chasing the natives all the way back up into Canada. Now that's
Oh, wow.
that's the real history. Now my book it starts years before. And there's going to be a curse on the land to anybody who disturbs the people of the land. It's all going to be sacred. And the way it starts out is there's a rival tribe member who comes over and steals from the Abenaki. He's trying to run to escape, and this hunter is chasing him down with his bow and arrow. But he gets ready to get him because he's stuck. He's trying to climb a bank of a ravine, and the roots come out of the ground, wrap around the guy, and haul him into the earth. That's the first. That's in the first chapter.
Richie,
Damn.
I'm Zaxxon.
Yeah.
Hey, Yodi. Hey, Mary.
Hey, Jackson. Hey, Tom.
See what
Tom.
I put the link up. See what it says. Dang, adult books have contributed to my needs for children books too many times. Not falling for that one again. And Georgianne asks, Richie, your wife was reading the book last week. What did she think?
Oh, she couldn't put it down, but she would. The plot twist really got her because there's a lot of things that happen that will definitely surprise you as the book progresses.
Hey, Mandy.
I think I'm going to have a hard time matching the intensity that's in that book. Mark could probably speak to that a little bit.
Hey, Yogi.
Yeah, after 13 chapters, it really got to me.
38 in the house. Thank you.
Nice.
How you doing, Yodi? Scott McClory. Hello.
Now, Scott's read my new book because he's one of my beta readers.
Mandy's Candy. How you doing, Mandy?
Hey, Mandy. But how this book's going to play out is the British are going to come up and attack the village like they really did back in 17, I think it's 27. And then the curse is going to bestow upon the troops because what really happened is they actually they killed the priest and took his scalp back to Boston is what really happened in history. And so there's going to be a curse that follows them back. And then during the Revolutionary War, Benedict Arnold come up the Kennebec River in real history on his march to Quebec. So they're going to endure the curse. And then later on, in modern times, there's going to be some metal detectorists who sneak onto the property and take stuff from the land, and they're going to be cursed. And this really happened. The farmer was plowing his fields in the area where the Abenaki lived.
Hi, Joe.
And they actually plowed up the cross that was on the church that was burned.
Oh, wow.
Back in the 80s and 90s. So I'm going to add a little twist to that being cursed.
Hey, Joe.
Thank you, Angie. That's like there's a movie out called The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. And it's based
I've heard of it.
It's based on actual history. Whoa, thank you.
Wow, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
That's dollars, not pesos.
Yeah. But what it is in 2016, some of the war documents that were, they couldn't release from Winston Churchill got released. Well, America couldn't help support the British at first during World War II because the Nazi submarines. Well, so because of international waters and the peace talks they're trying to do, there's some things they couldn't do. But the U-boats needed, what was it? Charcoal filters and to get rid of carbon monoxide and something else. I forget what it was. Well, hi, Anna.
Hey, Anna. Hey, Marty.
They had this Italian ship full of stuff that supplied them, but it was in a neutral country, so they couldn't legally attack it, even though they were at war with Germany because it was in a neutral country. So they pulled some of their bad boys out of prison, and this all through. Ian Fleming was in on this. I mean, he was in World War II, and they tell you all the stats at the end of the movie. Mark, seen all detectors. Thank you. But anyways, it's a movie, so it's not all true. It shows them fighting and killing people. That never happened. They couldn't sink the ship because it was heavily armor plated. So instead, they went in to this other country and they threw big parties for the Germans, so they weren't near the docks or anything. They went out and stole the ships and got them out of the harbor and turned them. It's really a good movie.
Well, the security must have been pretty lax.
Well, like I said, they were throwing these big parties and stuff. And it's a great movie. It's on, if you have Prime, or not Prime, Hulu, it's on Stars, which is included with the Hulu package on a lot of places. But just a great movie. Henry Cavill plays the lead guy that was in it, but it was a true story. Marty, hello.
Colleen.
Hi, Colleen.
Colleen.
Wow, there's 37.
in the house. Thank you. So, anybody in the chat get out and do any metal detecting? Ronnie, how you doing?
I haven't been out, but boy, the snow's getting down there pretty good. It's 50 degrees here today.
I think Randy was trying to get out. Anna's probably gotten out. Yodi has, because he's in California. We Sacramento. I know up north they're supposed to get Snow down to 1,500 feet. So,
Damn.
went out yesterday, says Yogi. Dig
Did you
stock.
find anything, Colleen?
Yeah, did you find anything good? Any old relics, coins? Anna will be out tomorrow. Hi, John, Finders Keepers.
Hey, John.
It's pouring. You're back in San Diego, Miss Charlie? Thought you were in Colorado. Oh, the Juan Diaz went to Dig Stock this past weekend. Awesome. All right, Danny. Hope you get out and find some great stuff. You go back and forth. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Horseshoe, nothing. But it was a great time. Well, that's awesome.
Hello, Marty.
Hey, Marty.
Yeah, that's what I want
Marty
to do.
V.
Once I do get my hip fixed, now that it's been postponed, is go out and meet a lot of you guys. I've only met 3, and I'd like to meet more. So, and John, who is Charlie's brother, that lives here in Clarksville, he's hoping Charlie could get out here and we could all go check him. But Charlie can't make it, so. 41 in the house.
Wow.
Thank you all.
Nice.
Yeah, happy birthday, Ronnie. I forgot it's his birthday.
Oh, yeah, Ron. Happy birthday.
No, Torchy, I had heart problems due to a medication I've been taking for 20 years. It flipped on me, so I had to cancel it. They got to wait, put me on something else. I was having irregular heartbeat and low pulse, so until I'm straightened out, they can't do it. Yeah, oh crap, that's what I said, but I understand their concern. So, thank you, Anna.
There it is.
I witnessed something like that when I was going through chemo. They always check your blood pressure and your vitals before they start you. And this one person come in, and they were elderly. Their blood pressure was through the roof, and they said they can't do chemo unless their blood pressure come down, and that didn't help her blood pressure come down at all. She ended up leaving without a chemo that day.
John, it was supposed to be this Friday, but I ended up in the hospital for 3 days due to heart problems. So it's been postponed until further notice. I got to go back to my cardiologist, set up an appointment, get new heart meds, and make sure everything's fine and dandy again before. I'm just glad I didn't go into surgery and have this problem happen. So it will, John. I'm pretty sure it will.
Hey, Paul, it's even falling out here in Pittsburgh.
Getting snow, huh?
No, the Arizona ash.
Oh, that's right. They got a bunch of fires down there, don't they? Thank you, Colleen.
And it's hitting up here.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't miss about living in Northern California is the fires.
A lot of times we get smoke from Canadian wildfires during the summer. We did last year.
Yeah. Well, it was bad enough when we got smoke from our own fires, but we get them all the way from Southern California blowing up to Northern California. So, and you're talking.
We may not get that
700-mile distance.
May not get that anymore. There may be a tariff on it.
See what John at Finders Keepers wrote, Mark?
Yeah, I've been feeling like ash ever since I've been here.
Yeah, Jackson, Arizona's already burning.
It's mostly desert anyway, isn't it, in Arizona?
Right, backbreaking. No, they've actually got some forests in Arizona, so up in the higher elevations. So, that's like everybody thinks of Nevada is all desert. No, they've actually got quite a bit of forest in Nevada too. But it just seems small compared to here's a big state and here's this area, a couple areas of forest. It's not like California, other places where there's just forest all over the state mostly, you know.
Oh, I know that, Yodi.
Oh, wow. Angie and Rick are getting brush fires around there.
Wow.
Let's see. I want to see something here. Yeah. So, let's see. Oh, cool. Frenchie, I just gave you a U-boat. And now that you're have moderator status, Frenchie, if you want to put your channel link in there so people can go check out your channel, go right ahead.
There you go.
And the one ideast, you too. Let people. Let's see. Now if I can find.
The roads around here aren't too good right now up in Maine. It's pothole after pothole after pothole.
Not too much better down here either, Rich. Like you said, pothole after pothole. And not those little suckers. Those those tires swallowing.
I mean, they open up as the ground starts to thaw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Town does their best, but they can't keep up with them.
What I used to hate about California for years, they took really good care of their highways and city streets and stuff. Then they all started going to hell for a while.
Yeah, when I'm driving my personal car, I do my best to swerve and miss them. When I'm in the company car, I just go. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, and I remember that. I've been to Mexico a few times. Yeah, their roads are. And I don't know about now, but in the old days, if there was a hole in the road in Mexico or in the sidewalk, they didn't put up signs. They just figured if you fell on it, you were stupid.
Yeah, that we do, Georgian.
And then one of the least populated states in the north, anyways, Nevada has great highways through it. I mean, for years they weren't. I mean, the only thing I liked in the old days driving through Nevada, you could hit a long straight stretch and just let go of the steering wheel because the lanes were dipped like this from the heat. So it was ruts.
You
just let go and it would go straight as an arrow. Yeah, no frivolous lawsuits here. You get hurt. You should have not been so stupid. Yeah, okay, it hasn't changed. Because the first time I went down there, I'm looking at this big hole in the road, and I asked this guy that spoke English, I said, "Don't mark me." He goes, "Nah, if you fall in, they figure you're stupid." Same here, Zaxxon. Scott, you want to see crazy taxi driver? Go to Tokyo. I was there on R&R, me and a couple buddies. We jumped in this taxi and we went to go. It was the opposite direction, 4 lanes. This guy was doing 5 miles an hour as he hung a U-turn going back the other way. We're all hanging on going, oh, shit.
All righty, Marty.
Good night, Marty.
Night.
Yeah, the guys in India, they are brutal. You're right. Never been there, but I've watched videos of that stuff.
Yeah, good point, Danny.
Oh man.
Well, I started to get ready for metal detecting season. I upgraded my fines pouch.
Cool.
Yeah.
Since I'm always in the river and I always end up with lots of large things that take up a lot of space, I got the extra deep Gray Ghost.
That's a nice one. Uh-oh. There he is.
It's got my,
Oh, your logo on
she
it.
doesn't, let me just fix it. Got my sheets with my logo on it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I like
One
that.
of the guys that metal detected with up this way did one for me and one for Dennis and just sent it to us for
Hey,
free.
Greg.
Hi, Gibson.
He makes wallets and purses and all kinds of things with leather.
Cool. I remember years ago, I had a guy over to next town from where I lived, was only 3 miles away, did great leather work. Then one day to have some stuff done, he was gone. Because the knife sheaths you get anymore with the standard digging tools are just crap.
Oh, yeah.
They don't last long at all. And what gets me, you can buy a $12 pinpointer that comes with a sheath and a lanyard. But if you go to buy that sheath or lanyard, it costs as much as the pinpointer with the sheath. Might as well just buy that and have a junk pinpointer along with an extra sheath.
I bought one of those, Bill. I bought one of those cheap Amazon pinpointers, and the sheath, the strap that holds it on your belt was upside down. It was unusable.
Oh God.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Instead
Uh-oh.
of putting the
It,
where you snapped it at the bottom, they
it,
put it.
it snaps. It was
Yeah. So
on the
every time
wrong
you try
side.
to pull it out, you unsnap it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Good night, Randy. Thanks
Well,
for
good night,
stopping.
Randy. Good night, Paula.
Good night, Paula.
Night, Paula. Good night, Randy. Night, Jim
Yeah, it looks
Bob.
like a Frenchie. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well.
Everyone must remember watching the Waltons growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Scott just said. Good night, John boy.
Yeah. John Boy, Jim Bob, Alan,
Ellen.
um, Grandpa, Grandma. I can't remember the other ones.
Excuse me. Oh God. Whew. Oh.
Mary Ellen.
Yeah, Mary Ellen. Yeah. John Boy, Jim Bob, Jason. There was a Jason.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember back when I was little, when that came on, you sat down and you shut up because if you didn't, you got smacked. Yeah, 'cause that was the show, man.
Yeah. It was realistic. It was based on a true family that lived through the World War II up
Yep.
in the mountains of Virginia.
Oh man. Oh. Frankie and
Oh,
the
yeah,
Nexus
George,
Parker,
yeah.
right? Grizzly
I love
Adams.
Grizzly Adams.
Yeah, Grizzly Adams was another great show.
Yep.
Everyone was just waiting for the bear to maul the guy, though.
Thank you, Tom King.
Never did.
Remember,
We're waiting for that episode where it all ended.
Yeah, it was a good show. Dan Haggerty. What was the bear's name?
Yeah.
I think it was Ben.
Ben,
Yeah.
Big Ben.
yeah,
Number 7.
yeah. The guy's old mule, number 7.
Yeah.
Old number 7. What was that from?
That was Grizzly Adams. That was the
Okay.
name of the mule.
His sidekick.
Okay,
the
I
old
don't
guy,
remember
his
the
master.
mule.
The mule is old number 7.
Yep, old number 7.
That was Kung Fu with David Carradine. I used to love that when
Oh,
I was a kid.
Weed hopper. I know they call him
Yeah.
grasshopper. I call him weed hopper.
Grasshopper.
Grasshopper. Remember the old blind guy who could kick everyone's
Oh, my
ass?
Joe up the bad idea. Mutual of Omaha, Wild Kingdom. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Disney back when it was good. Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett. All good shows. Forced to watch Lawrence Welk. Yeah. We all
Oh,
were.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you sit down and shut up. Lawrence Welk is on.
Yeah, that's it. Yep,
That
yep.
or
That's
Hee-Haw.
another one.
My parents
Well,
liked
I love
it.
Hee-Haw. Yeah.
Well,
I love
sometimes
Hee-Haw.
I liked Hee-Haw. Other times it was just a little too corny for me.
Well,
Wild
that-
America.
The whole show was corny, but
Yep.
Wild America.
that's all you could put on TV back then.
Wide World of Sports. That was another one. I used to love their blooper shows.
I always wondered how Buck Owens and the Buckaroos, how he found all those guys that looked just like Buck Owens to be the Buckaroos. Yeah, you can't be in this band. You don't look
my
like Buck.
favorite shows was from England. Benny Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that was a great show.
It was.
That's right down the Dream Streams alley right there.
Yeah.
I like the little guy, the old guy he had on there. That one time he rubs his, as smooth as my wife's behind. The old guy reaches up. He goes, "Yes, it is."
The old guy, the short old guy, always ends
Yeah.
up with his head right in between two breasts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Deej.
Funny. Hi, Deej.
Hey, Deej.
Yeah, Wonderful World of Disney. That was always great Sunday nights. That was back when there was 3 channels. They all shut down at 11 o'clock at night and had much
Yep.
better shows than they do.
Didn't start up again until 6 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, of course, you could have 4 if you had the VHF, if you had like channel 44 or something, or 36, things like that. When I lived,
I was
when I lived about 15 miles from where I used to live in town, out a little town called Rough and Ready on the side hill, I couldn't get the regular 3 channels, but I could get channel 50 out of Santa Rosa, crystal clear. That's like 180 miles away from where I lived.
Yeah.
Well, I watched Apple Dumpling. Never high though, Pat.
Yeah, I'm with
I don't-
Bill.
I don't-
Man, I'm sorry.
I don't even know what the Apple Dumpling Gang was.
I watched Adam 12 last night, laying
Oh.
awake in the hospital.
It was Don Knotts and Tim Conway. It was freaking hilarious. They made two movies: the Apple Dumpling Gang and the Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again. It was just hilarious.
Yep, watch TV with rabbit ears. Yeah,
Well,
weather
what
was a
was
big.
the Western that they made with Don Knotts and Gene Wilder?
Oh, not
It's a Disney Western that they made.
I
I
have to
don't
look
know.
that up. It sounds familiar. I've
Yeah.
got Disney Channel. And I can go look at all their old classics. Yeah, got a whipping with the butt when we were kids. Yep.
Well, Angie
Kids
said
now,
that.
kid,
What's that, Rich?
the kids now wouldn't know anything about that.
Nope.
No.
And Angie said, like way back when, you had to get up to turn the TV.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily true. My parents would sit on the couch and make the kids get up to turn the TV.
Whatever
We were
channel
the
was on,
remote
it
back
it
then.
stayed on there for a long time because you had to get up and physically change the
Yep.
channel.
Then you had to sit there and play with the stupid rabbit ears. You put tinfoil on the rabbit ears. You move them all over the
Hey,
place, try to
hey,
get a
that
picture.
ain't bad. My dad got a big external TV antenna, and then he got one of the rotators. And so, if a baseball or football game come on and that thing wouldn't tune it in right, he'd have me or my brother climb up on the roof and turn it until we got the right spot so we could watch the game.
That's right, Joe. Yep,
I
we
can
were
just see,
remote.
I'm like 10 years old up there in the roof playing with an antenna, because my dad's all told me, back the other way, back the other way. Yeah, Georgianne, you had to climb on the roof too, yeah. Shakiest Gun in the West. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know if anybody, I know some people remember, James Garner and Jack Elam in the support your local sheriff or support your local gunfighter.
That sounds so familiar. I know I had to watch it because I was a big James Gardner fan back then.
Great, great movies. One of the funniest ones I ever seen was called The Villain, made in '67 with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Kirk Douglas. And the whole movie was based off Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner.
Really?
Yeah. Arnold wore a blue, cowboy outfit with a white hat. And, oh God, what's her name? The girl,
Oh, I think.
the heroine in Express. Oh God, who played that? I see her and I can't think of her name. But anyways, Arnold's playing as dumb as a rock. And he shows me, he goes, I got a 7-shooter. And she goes, well, why a 7-shooter? He looks at it, he goes, I don't know.
I remember that movie now. Yep.
And Kirk Douglas tries to roll a big boulder on him. Of course, it does, like Wile E. Coyote.
I guess I was wrong. Gene Wilder didn't play in it. I'm thinking of The Shakiest Gun in the West.
Okay, that wasn't. I don't
Yep.
think that was a Disney movie, though.
Wireless caller.
There goes my phone.
Uh-oh. Wagon Train, Rawhide, Paladin, all those old westerns were great.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, Blazing Saddle. Young Frankenstein. Disaster movie. The some of those were good. Of course, the comedy one, Airplane.
Yeah. Naked Gun.
Naked Gun. Naked Gun 33 and a half. History of the World Part 1. That was so hilarious.
Yeah. I tried to do a remake of that a couple years ago, but I don't think
did.
it went over that great.
It didn't. It was, they just did the same skit with a bunch of different people. It didn't even change. It was just wasn't any good. I watched it. Just they screwed that all up. Hi,
How about the
Ellsworth.
movie? How about the movie 300?
Oh, with I could see his face and I can't think of his name.
That was an awesome movie.
Yeah. So. Timex, says Brian Oliver. I remember Timex. They advertised their wristwatches on about every freaking show there was.
Takes a licking, but keeps on ticking. But everyone I've ever dug up metal detecting isn't ticking anymore.
Well, they did on Johnny Carson one. Well, it wasn't Carson; it was the guy before him. But they had this clear tank with a 40 horsepower motor, and they strapped a Timex to it, cranked that baby up for 5 minutes, shut it down, pulled the motor out. The watch was gone, and they said they never found it. They don't know what happened to it. It was just gone.
Remember they used to strap it to a hockey puck and have a hockey player come and give it a slap shot.
Yeah, but the problem was when this ad was on, it was live, so they could. Unsolved Mysteries, yeah, those were good. Atomized, yeah, that's probably what happened. Mystic, it was just gone. Oh. 10,000 years BC, yeah, it was okay, Jim.
Cameron Swayze did those Timex commercials, says Carrie. Remember, I think it was Robert Conrad did the battery commercials, right? Put the battery on his shoulder. I dare you to
Remember that?
knock this battery off my shoulder. I double dare you, or something like that.
Don't remember that one.
Yeah.
I remember the Wild Wild West though, and the Black Sheep Squadron.
Oh, I used to love that when I was a kid.
Yeah. Planet of the Apes TV series and movies, all the old ones.
The movies that they did recently were pretty good too.
Some of them, yeah. That first one was Mark Wahlberg. That wasn't that great.
What was that movie with Mark Wahlberg? Is it Daddy's Home? Have you seen that?
I know of it. I haven't watched.
Probably 5, 6 years ago, something like that, maybe more.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I know what it is. I just haven't watched it. Oh, you can still see some of the old shows with cable, Mary. Roku channel has tons of them on there. All you got to do is look it up.
And I got TV Land. That always plays old shows.
Yeah, I used to have TV Land.
There's Pluto TV and some other ones that play old shows all the
Pluto.
time.
Shout TV. There's a few others too. The only thing I don't like about Pluto is you're doing something, you got a movie playing about 3/4 of the way through it. Half time, are you still watching? Hell yeah, come on. Yeah, Me TV, that's a good channel, Mary. Yeah, YouTube has a ton of old movies, especially ones you've never heard of. What I like is movies that were never sold or TV shows that were never sold. YouTube has a lot of those on there, the ones that were never picked up. And some of them are pretty good. Chips and Emergency.
Jackie Gleason. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Smokey and the Bandit.
The Honeymooners.
do they actually play the Honeymooners on TV anymore? I don't know if they dare do that.
I think they took it down finally.
Yeah.
But I loved it. That only lasted one season, but then they did the Flintstones, which was an animated version of the Honeymooners, and it lasted 6 seasons. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a different time and era.
Yeah. Three
Stooges. The Honeymooners. I could watch them every day.
They got it all their movies and everything right here on YouTube. Yeah.
You know, them guys used to have to put the powder to their face because when they slapped, they really slapped each other.
Yeah.
Their faces would get all red, so they had to put the makeup on to cover it up.
Yeah. Joe's making peanut butter and jelly hardtack cookie biscuits. Yeah. Civil War version stuff, huh, there, Joe? My favorite Martian. That was a good show.
Lost in Space, that was good.
Lost in Space. I like
Battlestar Galactica.
what I like Lost in Space the first season the most because it looked better in black and white than when they went to color. It just got really weird looking.
Hey, Rob.
Twilight Zone
I used to like that too.
and Outer Limits. That's a good show. Like number 36. And Rob's number 39 in the house. Yay. Yeah, I'm with Anna. Chocolate chip cookies. Those are the best. Trilogy of Terror with Karen Black. Oh, yeah. And the little cannibal guy. Scared
How
the
about
crap.
that show, Real People?
Yeah.
Remember that? Franz Hartigan. I can't think of the woman's name or the other guy's name.
I can't either. One of my favorite shows was The Man in the Street, where they go out and ask people questions and just show how stupid people can get.
Yeah. What about the one where they used to prank all the time with the mailbox?
Oh, yeah.
You throw the mail in the mailbox and throw the mail back out at them.
This guy walks up to the girl in the street. He goes, "What are the 4 major food groups?" She stops for a minute. She goes, "Eat in, take out, canned, and frozen." And she meant it. You could tell she was serious. I mean, we were all busting a gut at my house going, okay. Banana splits, HR puffin stuff. The Time Tunnel. That was a good one. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Land of the Lost.
Yeah, I'd like to see the new Shogun because I guess that went over pretty well. I remember the original one from when I was a kid.
I started watching and I couldn't get into it. So Josie and the Pussycats.
Did you watch the original?
Oh, I love the original. Candid Camera. Wiley Detective.
Candid Camera, that's the one, yeah.
Yeah. Or Art Linkletter. Kids say the darndest things. Back to the Future, says Rick. Hey, yeah.
And Family Feud with Richard Dawson.
Whoops.
Oh.
Hi, Rob. Mark, when his
Rob.
phone gets screwed up, I guess he can't get back in. He's just going to be in chat.
How we doing, guys?
Good.
I'm doing better, Rob. How you doing?
I was going to ask you, Bill, how you feeling?
Much better than I was, believe me.
Good to hear it. Very good to hear it.
How'd trivia go?
It went great up to the 7th round. We were in the first place in the 7th round, and then we had 3 perfect 15 rounds in a row, and we went from 5th place to 1st. And then in rounds 8 and 9, we got 8 points each and dropped to 7th. And then we got the bonus question wrong, way wrong. And the African continent in the continent of Africa, put these 3 countries in rank of their population from most to least. And the 3 countries were Egypt, Ethiopia, and Nigeria. Who has the most population? Who has the least?
I'd probably say Nigeria, Egypt, and Ethiopia.
Ethiopia, Nigeria, and Egypt.
Both wrong.
Both wrong.
But that's okay because we got it. We got it completely opposite. We said Egypt, Ethiopia, and Nigeria, and it's actually Nigeria, Ethiopia, and Egypt with the least. I would have thought Egypt with all their congestion cities and everything, but yeah, Ethiopia, Nigeria, 227 million people. It's actually the 7th most populated country in the world due to their high growth rate and very little use of birth control. I did not know that, Miss Bernay.
Well, we know what's going on in Nigeria.
Rick, Torchy, Bernay, Miss Mermaid, 5 Mile Relic, Mystic,
Hi, 5 Mile.
Ronnie, Tom K, David Alfonsetti, Miss Georgianne. There's Ellsworth. Oh, Porky's was a great movie. Marty V.
I got to
Denise,
kill
I don't
my.
know what he feels the need to always drop a deuce as soon as I sit at a computer.
Huh.
I don't know why he always feels the need to drop a deuce the second I sit at a computer. Fuck.
I'm going to mute my mic for a minute, guys.
Hi, Lucky Duck. There's Miss Deej. Hi, Miss Deej. Now, Richie, you're a pretty smart guy. You're a writer. The state of Maryland. Does the state of Maryland have a holiday called Defender's Day?
I really don't know, but if you're asking, I'd probably say no.
It is true. And being from Maryland, of course, I left there as a 12-year-old. I had never heard of it, but then I got thinking about it. I said, you know what? That's probably going to have to do with Francis Scott Key and the battle at Fort McHenry, where he saw the flag was still standing in the morning, where they defended the fort all night. So I thought, defending the fort, that sounds like it could be Defender's Day. And yep, I put true, and it was correct. They do recognize that in Maryland and Baltimore, and it was based from the battle of at Fort McHenry for the War of 1812.
Now, what states celebrate Patriots Day? Do you know that one, Rob?
What states? So I'm assuming that's multiple.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, if that's going to be New England, I'm going to say Massachusetts, Delaware.
There's only 2 that I know of.
Okay, and I'll say those 2.
Massachusetts and Maine.
In Maine, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Finding America. Good evening. Oh, geez, who's getting millions of dollars from a prince?
Hi, Finding America. Hi, Frank.
Or the Northern? I got another one of the toll scams. I got another one of the toll scams on my phone today.
Oh, yay.
I deleted it and reported it. Big boy, Denise says.
Stop that, Rob.
I know. Sorry, Bill. We had a substitute DJ today, and he would, instead of sit there and going, you know, our team name tonight was Sterling Morningwood. I love that name.
I don't know if you could read
So
it.
instead of saying like, you know, Sterling Morningwood at 80 points and Fluffy Bunnies at 79 points, he would go, this team is 19th place at this point. And he would go down the places. And I'm like, you know, you don't need to do that. If you give them how many points they got and people are writing in order, they can sit there and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're in 6th place. And he took so long between rounds. It was unreal. But our regular DJ wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't know if you could read any of my scribble.
The toll scam is where they send you a message saying that you have an unpaid toll in some state that you have to pay. Is that the scam?
Well, the reason I fell for it, Richie, about a month ago was because I just switched cars. I just sold my car to Park Rat Pat, and I got, because I got a truck at a good deal, and I didn't have my I didn't transfer my Sun Pass, my stuck to the windshield. I didn't transfer it. And I knew I'd been on the toll road a couple of times. So when they sent it to me, I thought it was a legit thing. And Denise kept saying, "No, we'll go home and check the email. If it's not in their email on their website, don't answer." And I didn't listen to her. Denise gave me good advice. And then as soon as I did it, and then they said, "We reject your credit card," I knew I typed in the wrong number. So that's when I knew it was a scam and said your credit card. And then when I went back to see where the thing came from, it opened up a group text with 9 numbers. 9 scammers got my debit card number. And in that card I used, I had a lot of money because I had just taken back a whole bunch of boxes of halves. And I freaked out because, and I can't believe this, Wells Fargo's fraud line closes at 7 p.m. I'm like, I thought freaking fraud line stayed open 24/7. No, they closed at 7. So I was freaking out. So I gave Denise my card, and she ran across the street to a Wells Fargo, and I said, "Take every penny out you can." And she took 1,000 out, and then she went to go do it a second time, and it said, "No, I'm sorry, you've reached your limit." And I said, "Okay, that'll save me till tomorrow. If anybody else tries to take any, so it locked the account. As soon as she tried it again, it locked the account. So
Yeah.
I went to the bank the next day, and I was setting up a new card, and as I was sitting there, her computer beeped and said, "There's somebody trying to use your card right now to do a thing, but we blocked it." And so they were still trying it the next day.
And if Denise would have got $4,000, she would have said bye. And let him go.
Yeah.
Now I got one on my phone, a text saying that somebody was trying to draw 800 and some odd dollars off my PayPal account and send it to Coinbase or something like that. So I just went over to my PayPal account, looked at the transactions. There was nothing like that, so I knew it was a scam.
Scott, I'm so we don't even want to talk about my Tesla stock this week, okay? We don't even want to talk about that this week. It's been a bad week, sir. Because if you're taking the balls, I know it's been a bad week for Tesla. The only good thing is they are releasing the Model Y this week, the new refreshed Model Y. There's 200,000 orders for it in China. They also released FSD in China. That's gotten millions and millions of views on their version of Facebook in China. They released it worldwide. In Italy, it's the number 1 selling car. In England, it's the number 1 selling car. So I have a feeling the second quarter is going to be much better than this first quarter was for Tesla. So, just got to sit on it right now. And I don't want to talk about it. I'm very, 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 no, I'm not going to say that because that's political. So we'll just let that go.
I don't even look at my 401k. I just let it ride.
Well, I take a very small portion and I day trade. That's kind of how I make my fund money, like a little extra money if I want to buy something. But right now, with everything being so down, I don't have anything that I can take out and play with. So basically it's limiting my ability right now to do any fund trading. So like you say, Richie, just got to let it sit there long term and let it ride.
I had a little bit of cash set aside, and when I have mine invested in the S&P Growth ETF SPYG, and when that hit its 200-day moving average, I took the rest of my cash that I had and put it in there. So I know it's gone lower since then, but it'll come back.
Well, that would be awesome, Patty. I would be extremely excited about that, Patty. They are releasing the driverless cars in Austin, Texas in May. Austin is the first city and state that have agreed to do the driverless cars like they have with the Waymo vehicles in San Francisco. So Tesla's going to be using them there. And if that goes well, I think that's going to bode very well for the stock. But
Now,
hi, Grandma
how
Kelly.
how does the car know where it is on the road? Is it connected to satellite, or is it connected?
Every Tesla's computer feeds back to the mainframe. So every mile that every Tesla car drives, it's as if every Tesla on the road's ever driven across that road. So every Tesla on the road knows every road that every other Tesla's been on. It's all gets fed back to the supercomputer. So that's how Tesla could map every road in the country without every car having to be on it. So, yeah, every car knows exactly where it's at through the GPS. And so when you punch a destination in, there's a lot of guys on YouTube right now doing videos with the latest version. I think it's 13.2 of the self-driving, and they'll just type a destination in and hit drive on the car, and they won't touch the steering wheel for 2.5 hours, and the car will pull right into the driveway, and they've never touched the steering wheel. And it's come a long way. And then what happened is they finally worked out a deal with China. China would not let them use all that data to go back to Tesla's mainframe. Joe, I love you, buddy.
Thought you'd like that one, Rob.
But China just approved of them. They're allowing them to put it in the mainframes in China, but not sending it back to mainframes in the United States. So they just turned on the assisted self-driving in China, and there's now hundreds of videos in China where people in China are driving an hour and a half, 2 hours through heavy traffic in the city and never touching the steering wheel. So they finally got approval from Austin, Texas, to launch the first Uber ride without a driver. So that's going to be late May. So I'm really anxious about that.
Angie, I can answer this one. They bounce it off satellites, and they've got enough satellites up there to cover the planet, so they get reception everywhere in the world.
Yeah, there are no dead spots.
No.
I was going to ask, because I got a place not too far from me where you drive, and next thing you know, there's no houses,
Yeah,
and there's no cell service.
that's cell.
You keep driving. There's no utility poles.
Doesn't matter.
There's no nothing, and you're driving, and it's swamp on both sides.
Yeah.
So if a moose or deer run out and hit you in the middle of nowhere, there's no traffic. You're pretty much screwed.
Yeah, and we have a road like that here in Florida. It's called Alligator Alley, and it's 75 from Naples on the bottom of the Florida on the west coast where I'm at, and it goes all the way over to Miami on the east coast, and it's just one straight 2-lane road. It might be 4-lane now, but it's part of Interstate 75, but it's called Alligator Alley, and there is nothing on there but swamps on both sides. So the only thing you're going to see, Richie, is an alligator come across that road.
Back when I was young, back before everyone had a cell phone, I'd drive out to these remote places and not think twice about it. But now, once you lose cell service and you're out there in the middle of nowhere, and you start thinking nowadays.
I remember as a teenager at 16, I flew up to my sister's, my first kind of vacation I took on my own as a 16-year-old, and my sister had a 72 Cutlass, kind of decked out like a 442, very powerful car for a kid that was 16. She set me up with a guy at her work that was a mechanic. I got a date with his 15-year-old daughter, and the two of us went out. And I remember on these roads, I remember hauling ass. I remember doing 90 to 100 miles an hour on these mountain roads. I mean, I wasn't drinking or nothing, but still, I drove like a freaking maniac. And I realize now, looking back on it, that if I'd have lost control of that car, it was 100, 200, 300 feet down this mountain gorge. Nobody.
Price of eggs, I can see it.
Freaking guys are just killing. But yeah, Richie, nobody would have found us for days or weeks. And I think back to all the stupid shit I did as a teenager with a car. It's
You're not alone. I did a lot of stupid stuff myself.
You guys just keep up the one-liners going tonight. They're great.
Oh, see, that's one thing I always wanted. Anybody ever watch Alf?
Yeah, I used to like Al.
You remember when they asked him how did he find the Earth? He goes, "Well, I carried the Rand McNally Guide to the Galaxy in the glove box." I always wanted one of those.
We have a commercial that plays on our TV here around 6:30 for the news when a lot of people are watching the nightly news and the evening news. We have a commercial here that over 800 pedestrians were killed or injured by inattentive drivers in Florida. And I really want to see 5 or 6 years from now, 7 years from now, when there's a lot of self-driving vehicles on the road, maybe 10 years from now, if and how many that number will come down. So that's just a great line, Mystic. You know, it's funny, Scott, when we do our Bowling Green trip, even though I've got a smartphone, my buddy doesn't have a smartphone. He doesn't like texting. My buddy Steve, the guy that I go on my road trips with, that you see in some of my videos, he still has a flip phone. That's all he uses. So if his kids need to text him when he's with me, they just text me. But you know, I've got GPS on my phone and Google Maps and all that. But we always bring the big, huge Rand McNally, you know, physical big, huge map that we use when we're crossing through states. Oh yeah, Georgianne. Didn't even think about the possibility of even getting hurt, Georgianne. You were invincible, Georgianne. And I'll tell you another thing. When I became a police officer, my first two departments I was at, they didn't have bulletproof vests, but the third department I was at, they issued every officer a bulletproof vest, and that was a good thing for safety laws, but it's a bad thing because I'll tell you something. You put that thing on, and it really made you feel like you were invincible, and you weren't. It was a big, huge help, but you weren't invincible with that thing. But yeah, Deej, I wouldn't buy. I couldn't afford to buy a new car. As a matter of fact, I've never owned, as a single guy, I've never owned a new car in my life. Yep, I agree.
Everyone's going to bed here, Bill. So
You what, D?
I'm gonna
Okay.
drop off in the chat.
Yeah, but that was with
Okay,
Jennifer.
Thanks for coming up.
And we
Okay,
leased it.
no problem.
On my own, I've never leased a new vehicle or bought a new vehicle unless I was with a partner. And both of those times it ended very bad for me.
I bought a new car one time. That was in 2000 and late 2003, early 2004. Thank you, Grandma Kelly. I went to North Shore in Nevada, went gambling, and walked out with a check for $39,000 and some change after taxes. So I went and bought a new pickup.
Joe, that you may say that as a joke, Joe, but that wouldn't be surprised. What happened to Richie?
Everybody's going to bed in his household, so he's got to keep it down.
Okay.
So he just dropped into chat.
Boom. Thank you, Grandma Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, Deej. But see, Deej, I think that's important, especially, you know, like you say, when you were working, which means, you know, you're either retired or semi-retired now. So say, let's go back 20, 30 years when you were in your, you know, prime of working and you bought a car for 4 years. You know, I don't know if you were married or not, Deej, but you know, in every family I know of, you know, the wife always got the newer, more dependable car because you as a husband or boyfriend or a partner, you never wanted to have to worry about your spouse's vehicle breaking down. You wanted the female and the reliable vehicle. And then you got to remember 30, 40 years ago, we didn't have cell phones, guys.
Yep.
So yeah. My buddy Steve, the guy I just talked about, his wife always got the newer car. And then obviously when he became a police officer with a take-home vehicle for 25 years, you know, that made things a lot easier. He just bought her a new car, and he had his pickup truck that he still drives because he didn't have to use it because he had the take-home police car for 25 years. They are, for some reason, tonight, William. They're pretty dang big tonight.
Yep, Richie.
Yeah, see, Ellsworth, if you can find a car like that's damn near new, which you can get as a great cost with a used car. I mean, literally, guys, that people say, you know, you lose $10,000, $15,000 the minute you drive it off the lot. If you can let somebody else take that hit, yeah, Joe, you said it's a joke, but it could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Denise was saying, well, didn't you lease have a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee? Yeah, I did. I leased that with my ex-girlfriend, the one before Denise. And she left me, went back to her ex, and we had used her vehicle as a down payment on the Jeep lease. So, you know, I wasn't out any money. But yeah, Madison, Maine.
Yep.
For most of my life, I've had a little Ford Ranger, a little S10 that was at least 10, 15 years old. Matter of fact, this is one of the rare times I've actually owned a vehicle that's got a 2 in front of it. My little Ranger was a 98 Ranger, 96, 98 Ranger. Of course, if I hadn't been in that big accident, I'd still be driving that little Ranger. But yeah, what year was the Eclipse? Like 96, 2000? Yeah, and it's 2025. So yeah, if I hadn't been in that big accident 7 years ago in Alabama, I'd still be driving my little Eclipse sports car that I absolutely freaking loved.
Good night, Danny.
Danny boy, have a good night.
No, but when I bought my new Frontier in 2004, I'd already just bought a 2001 Chevy, the little car, Metro. But I had that for about 3 months, and I got a new job, and the new job was up in the mountains, and they got a lot of snow.
Yeah, you can't drive that, Bill.
Well, I could have, but I didn't want to get out and put chains on. So I bought a 4-wheel drive so I wouldn't have to get out and put chains on. Good night, Deej.
Have a good night, Miss Deej. Great seeing you here tonight. Howdy, Frenchie. Well, Bill, I got three boxes of halves coming tomorrow, Bill.
Oh, nice.
And Bill, our new computer was supposed to come today, and it didn't. So now I guess it's coming tomorrow. But Denise and I did decide. We bought we spent a little bit of money. We bought a 5 terabyte external hard drive, and we're gonna back up every single file we have in all 3 of our computers. So we've got 2 5 terabyte hard drives here, which gives us 10 terabyte of storage. So
Frenchie, it depends. Not all 4-wheel drives are 4-wheel drives. Sometimes they're just a 1 wheel in front and 1 wheel in back. An all-wheel drive, all 4 wheels drive. So usually the all-wheel drive is better. Even though most of your newer 4-wheel drives are 4-wheel drive, they still make them or they're not. So you got to be careful.
that's really going to mess up my life.
And Richie, the problem with studded snows is in California, each county is allowed to say yay or nay on having them.
Bill?
Oh, not yet shipped. Damn.
They said you can cancel the order and they'll refund you your money.
Well, I got good news today, Rob. Remember I told you about besides coming home, the fiasco and shipping out the detector? The guy got it today and it's in great shape.
I'm awful happy to hear that, Bill.
I couldn't believe that. Almost a month late.
Howdy, Hobo Rob.
Hi, Hobo Rob.
Yeah, Ellsworth. That's it. Denise has the new car. She works every day. She's always had the newer car. I've always done, except for one vehicle, I've always done very well with used cars. It wasn't even a phenomenal deal. I would say I stole this vehicle that I just got, except that pretty much the neighbor almost damn near gave it to me. She sold it to her little older Spanish couple that like did some yard work and took care of her property because they needed to buy an inexpensive truck to help their little landscaping business. And she sold it to them on payments. And I mean, like, for practically nothing. She practically gave him her husband's truck for nothing. And yet 7, 8, 9 months after he died, the truck was still sitting there. And I went over, she had a garage sale and we were over looking at some stuff in the garage. And I said, "Is that your truck or the neighbor's?" And she said, "No, that was Dave's truck. Her husband had passed away." And I said, "Are you selling it?" She goes, "I already sold it." I'm like, "Crap, I need a truck after my accident." She goes, "I didn't know that because you had the wagon." So I said, "The wagon's nice because it's a good riding vehicle and it's dependable, but I need another truck." And she goes, "Well, I sold to some folks on payments." So she called me back a few days later and she said, "They're months behind on their payments." And I called them up and they said they can't make any more payments. She says they're going to come over and I'm going to give them their payments back. And would you like to have the truck for the same low price I offered it to them? And I said, "Yeah." And I went to the bank the next day and handed her money. And It needed some work, guys. It needed $1,000 worth of work, but for the price I got it, I had somebody offer me $6,000 over what I paid for it the day after I bought it.
I would have sold it and got another one.
Yeah, I thought about it, Bill, but Denise had just paid to put those side rails on. That's a good question, Frenchie. If it's real all-wheel drive,
all-wheel drive is always all-wheel drive, Rob. Four-wheel drive is not always four-wheel drive.
right? On some vehicles, you have to engage the four-wheel drive. In some vehicles, you have to get out, and the older vehicles, you have to get out and turn the hubs.
No. Your older four-wheel drives, you only have one drive wheel in the front and one drive wheel in the back.
Unless it says pause traction.
Yes. Or limited slip.
Or limited slip. That's right.
Either one. But if you have standard differentials, then you only got a two-wheel drive, which I always thought was weird because if they put hubs on it, they put hubs on both front tires, even though one's not a drive tire.
Well, Angie, that's why my mom always bought a car when it came out second. When GM came out with the new Saturn, my mom was really impressed with Saturns, but she waited to buy hers the second year the Saturn came out so they could work all the bugs out. So that's exactly right, Angie. And my mom loved her little Saturn. We had that thing stayed on the road till over 300,000 miles.
Oh, God. I worked with a guy one time. All he bought was brand new Toyota pickups, right? Can't remember, I think it was 2006 or 2007. They did a lot of changing on it, so he went ahead and bought one. He said it was the biggest mistake in his life because everything they changed broke down on the damn thing. And that's unlike Toyota. That normally doesn't happen.
When I took that truck down to the mechanic, mine Denise and I have a really good mechanic, and he says, yeah, you need $800-900 worth of work on it. He says, but let me tell you something, Rob. You bought a vehicle that's going to last you, even with 130,000 miles. That vehicle is going to last you another 150, another 180,000 miles. You bought one of the best running vehicles. That's Toyota Tacoma truck. That's going to be one of the best running vehicles you've ever bought. And yeah,
Greg.
Greg.
Right. Loses a ton of money.
Mary says I chase all the studs away. LOL. Oh, that's funny, Mary.
You should send this away.
Excuse me.
I'm taking it to my computer guy tomorrow. He's going to see if he can get the stuff out of it tomorrow. I called him today.
The longer you wait, the longer it is to find out what's wrong with it.
I know, hon. But this one did hold the stream last week. It's going to make editing my video for next Monday a lot more difficult, but I'll get it done.
Hi, SC. How you doing?
Sheldon, how we doing?
I just hate it when you order a new computer and it doesn't come in on time. That sucks.
Well, they originally said it was going to be here Sunday afternoon, Bill, and then they texted Denise and said delayed till Monday, and then they said delayed till today, and now they're just telling her delayed.
Yeah.
Everybody lies.
Yeah, as Denise says, everybody lies.
No.
Yeah.
Hi, Maddie.
Hi, Miss Maddie. Well, Bill, give me a second here, and I will pull up our participants here.
Yeah. Mandy, I bought my car 7 months ago at 21,000. Now it's worth 15. Yep.
Well, with this new tariff, they interviewed some dealers and they said an $80,000 vehicle could go up to 95 with the tariff. And first off, I couldn't afford an $80,000 vehicle the best day of my life, much less one that's 95,000.
Yeah.
I don't know how young people do it today. I really don't. I mean, I never thought I'd be one of those. I never thought I'd be one of those old people, Bill, that would say, these young kids today, I don't know how they could do it, but I'm not saying I wouldn't want to be a young person today, but I don't know how they do it.
There's a lot of them that don't.
I know I have a 21-year-old nephew and things are tough for him.
Yeah.
Well, he's a different 21-year-old than you were 21.
Well, yeah, honey. I mean, I was in my third year of college at 21. I had a
Yeah,
business.
Danny D,
I'd
I
already
just
traveled
went
around the
through
world.
that.
Work a little harder.
Yeah, I won't pay more
Well,
for a
it's nice
car
to
than I
me
paid
when
for
you
my
when
house.
you have your own business you've had since you were 12. You don't have to go out looking for a job every week like he has to.
Well, Ellsworth, that's like I told people, I remember back in the 70s, you could buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house for $10,000. And then
It's funny. It's funny you say that, Bill. When we moved to Florida in August of '73, my parents moved into a subdivision called Jasmine Lakes. The next
Yeah.
subdivision, if you pulled out of our subdivision and made a left on the main highway, which is US Highway 19, the next subdivision next to us, there was like a little canal from the Gulf of Mexico, and then on the other side of that canal was the next subdivision over called Regency Park. For 30 years, they had a sign at the beginning of their subdivision that said 211 concrete block house with central AC and a sodded lawn, and it was $9,990, $99.99 for a
Yeah.
2-1 concrete block house with a sodded lawn and central AC. And that sign sat there for a few years, and then it went to 11.9, then it went to 13.9, and when they finally took it down, like 30 years later, it was something like 79.9. But yeah, my mom begged my father to buy one small investment house like that for 10 grand, and or 1 acre of property that they could got for 2 grand. And that 1 acre of property that they could have got for 2 grand is going between 30 and 50,000 now just for that same empty acre.
Yeah.
But my father was very conservative and he didn't want to do that.
Oh.
But,
Well, like they say, the best thing you put your money in when times get tough is the ground.
yeah, because they ain't making anymore.
Yeah.
Making my breakfast.
Oh, good deal.
And you go to places where, especially tourist places. Now, I remember Belize way back when you could buy oceanfront, an acre off the shoreline of Belize for $1,000. You can't touch it for $100,000 now.
Now,
Captain Vic, how you doing?
evening, Captain Vic.
The bad part of that, a friend of mine that I worked with for years, him and his wife rented a place on the beach in Belize, and they were offered to buy it. And like an idiot, he turned it down. He had the money.
I don't understand that, Bill.
Yeah. So, and he kicked himself in the butt because it had a house built on it and everything. He could have got it cheap and he could have sold it for 40 times what he paid for it easily. I'm not buying anything with 5 women. I can't afford nothing.
Yeah, what's that joke? I spent most of my money on wine, women, and song, and the rest of it I wasted.
Hey,
You
Joe,
folks
bad
haven't made a
idea.
comment in the last few minutes? Please leave a comment.
Joe, bad idea. It depends on the state because, like, I don't know if they've changed, but in Idaho, you can buy a house that's gone up for auction. The taxes are, well, they don't auction it, they sell it for whatever taxes are due. But the people that lost it due to not paying the taxes have 5 years to come back, and all they have to pay is what they owed in taxes to take it away from you.
Oh, I didn't know that, Bill. I thought they had less time than that.
No, I'm talking Idaho. But
Idaho, okay, because I didn't think it was that long in Florida.
In Idaho, it was 5 years. Yeah, but the thing is, you could buy it, instantly put a bunch of money into it, then these people come back, they owe $1,000, you lose your investment because you can't do anything, take anything out. So because I looked at a house that was in nice shape, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, $535 could have got it. But when they told me, oh yeah, but these people got 5 years from the date you buy it to come back and get it back at that price. So no, thanks.
Well, Bill, back in the 90s, I sold a house. I sold a house under. I bought a house under the a VA loan. And do you remember the non-qualifying loans the VA used to have?
Yeah.
30, 40 years ago. So I was able to buy a house under the VA loan, and since the loan I was able to resell it. But
Hi, Gary.
do you know if they default on that loan in less than the people you sell it to in less than 5 years, it comes back on you, on your credit?
Yep.
The people I sold it to defaulted on it, and I
Hi,
had
Gary.
a ding
Hey,
on
Mr. Tully.
I had a ding on my credit for that.
Well, it's like now with the new VA loans, you buy a house, comes with a 2-year warranty. But if there's anything that goes wrong in that house and it takes a licensed contractor to repair it and you do it yourself, it voids the warranty. Good night, Richie. Thanks for coming up earlier, brother.
See you, Richie. Thanks for being here, Richie. Good evening, Mr. Tully 41.
Angie bought her 38 acres from a guy that bought it at a tax sale. Bet you got a good price on it then. Oh, doesn't work that way here, says Joe. Bad idea. But the guy who lost it is going to be in prison for a long time anyway. Even if in prison, if they can come up with the money and have a lawyer go pay it for them, they can still get it back. That's in any state, basically. Hi, Loretta. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi.
Hello, Miss Loretta.
He sold it to you for what he paid for it, $2,000 for 38 acres. You got a hell of a deal. I don't care where the 38 acres is, unless it's on the side of a straight up and down cliff. Get to feeling better, Loretta. $45 in the house.
Boom. I've only got 25 on my list, folks. Come on and make a comment. Thank you, Mark TBH.
Loretta just came in. Brewer's here. He says supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Guess his way of commenting.
That's a comment will work.
I think he had to do some work, Gary. Maddie, Finding America, William E., Captain Vic.
Good evening, Mr. Brewer. It's great seeing you again, sir. It's good seeing you more and more, Mr.
Ron
Jeff.
E., Detecting with Jim. Mark the Senile Detectorist. I'll stay a bit, says Loretta. Thank you, Loretta. Let's play a game, says Fairy Dust. Yep, all the cool kids are here tonight. Joe, you're right. Got to be cool to have a Baby Yoda shirt on. I'll tell you that right now.
Absolutely. This is the way.
Who doesn't love Baby Yoda?
Yeah, you don't like Baby Yoda. You're really just pretty much a hater.
Yep. Duck, duck, goose, says Danny D. Yep.
Now just Denise got an upset saying it's being shipped tomorrow, arriving tomorrow. Who the
Rick Hayes.
Who the hell knows?
Rick Hayes says comment.
It's not even one thing March 12th. It says ship facility.
Oh, how about Rob's right. That's Grogu, not Yoda. Thank you.
Wiley Detective, good evening.
Yeah, it says it's already tomorrow.
We'll see. Hey, Tom Riley, good evening.
Just updated my phone. Wait a minute, this one.
No, they don't know what the F's going on, honey. Denise is over here using potty mouth.
Oh, that's nothing new, Rob. Hi, Tom Riley. So,
Alrighty, guys, we're 10 people short.
Mary, Rob, never ever piss off a woman.
I do it all the time. That doesn't mean it's Denise all the time. There's other women I piss off too. Hey, good evening, Rick. Thank you for popping your name in there, Rick. Thank you, NorCal.
You wanted to leave my comments. That's weird. There we go. Hi, NorCal Digger. Colleen's in here.
Yep, I got her.
Okay. Got Mandy's candy in there.
I got Mandy. I'm putting Lucky Duck in right now.
I know you got Jim in there.
Yeah, Jim Steele. I just put in Finding America. Mr. Greg.
Grandma Kelly.
Gary's in there. Yep.
So what do we
Oh,
give
Carrie.
away,
I
Rob?
get Carrie now. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Carrie.
Scott McClory. Excuse me.
Yep. Got Scott. Bill, let me tell you this story real quick.
Okay.
So Troy texted me. He's got a builder that he works with in St. Pete that tears up old properties and builds, luxury homes for people with money.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've seen him tear up a 1920s home worth $400,000, so they could divide the lot up twice and put, two, $750,000 homes on them and still make money. And that was a lot where Troy got like 14 silvers off of. I wound up getting one. He got an Indian. He got all kind of stuff. Well, anyway, he went back in the other day just to make sure everything was still okay, that he could do their properties and everything. And they said, "Oh yeah, not only is that, hold on, we'll print you out an updated list of all the new properties we just bought. And if anybody gives you any crap, here's a company hat and company T-shirt that you can wear on the property, so nobody gives you any slack." That's how nice of a builder it is. So Troy can actually do their property with their gear on, and he doesn't have, and nobody's going to question him. That is just incredible. And then he went out on one of the properties today, got a silver quarter, silver dime, a dozen Wheaties, and a vintage piece of jewelry.
Oh, you got Mr. Tully in there?
Yep, got Mr. Tully in.
So we pretty much have everybody then.
I think I am. I put those last three people in.
Ugh. Hi, Brad, Rocky Mountain Prospector.
That's somebody I'll get in there.
Yeah. Marty says slob.
He is a slob.
I said, what are we giving away, Rob?
Hang on, I actually forgot Marty V. I'm glad he said slob. Sorry, Marty.
Damn.
right, that makes us more caught up now. Let's do silver for the first race. I got a silver Rosie here.
Wow. Thank you, Rob. Rob is giving away a Tesla.
I probably could get some cheap this week. Alrighty, guys, let's hit set.
Yes, they are, Danny D. I damn near slept almost. Well, I slept up until Angie started her live stream. So I didn't get much sleep in the hospital. So I laid down at 2 to take a nap. Boom, next thing you know, it's almost 7 o'clock. Oh, damn.
Oh, hang on. I think I got to get detecting and Jim in there. Hold on.
Okay. What about Sheldon?
Another good one I need to get in. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you don't have SC in there. Yep.
Yep. Now that's getting us a lot closer, Bill.
I don't see Yodi, says Yodi.
Yep, that did it.
You have Yodi in there?
Alrighty, guys, this is going to be for a silver Rosie. Who?
Yodi. Yodi's fines.
Yodi's in.
Okay.
Yep, Yodi's in.
You're in there, Yodi. Good luck. Good duck, all, says
Shuffle
Jim.
characters. And 3, 2, 1. Go to super full screen. There we go. Super duper full screen. I like these guys. They remind me of Minions.
Kinda, yeah.
But they're every color except yellow, Bill, if you notice that.
Yeah. Probably to get around a copyright strike.
Yeah, to get around the copyright
And
violation.
none of them have overalls. Well, one guy does, but they're different style and color.
Oh, was that?
It's not that, Mary. It's allergies. I can't blow my
Sure,
nose. It
yeah,
doesn't do anything.
Animated? Was that true? I can't remember if that was true or false. That was it true? Alrighty, guys, coming up on the 19-second fade. I don't know if this race has it or not. Yes, it does, because that front one was a fish or something. Yeah. Alrighty,
looks
guys,
kinda
Mr.
like-
Sheldon's up front with the baseball hat. Tom Kingery with the miner's hat. Here comes Rick Hay with the chef hat. Oh, Sheldon's fish. It's going to be Mr. Rick Hay. Boom!
Yes,
Silver
yeah.
going to Rick's house.
Congrats, Rick.
Congrats, Rick.
Oh, no, I'd be in big trouble if I was allergic
I don't
to
think
cats.
we have to start the timer tonight.
No, I don't think so either. I'm here, says Rick.
Boom. There we go. And Bill, before the night's over, we will run a comment picker for those that are interested in getting a 10. We're going to do a 10 sticker mega sticker pack.
Nice, Rob. Thank you.
We'll do that before the night's over.
Funny, Rick can win, but
John Chum, good evening.
John Chum, hello.
I know, Mary. We haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah.
Howdy,
I don't know,
John Chum.
She won a pinpointer from me. Even though Rick took it over when it got there, but
Fantastic, Danny D. Yeah, we'll do a sticker pack tonight later on. Whenever you feel like you're getting ready to go, Bill. If you're not, if you're getting tired or whatever, let me know. We'll run another race.
I'm running about 5 to 10 minutes. It's
Okay, that sounds
9:40
good.
here, which means it's 10:40 there. So
You are exactly correct, sir.
it really sucks. I got that Nocta Simplex Lite. I've got to use it once. And now I gotta wait for hip surgery. And I like the machine. And yes, he did, Bill. Yeah, I know, Angie. I remember you saying that he took that. Come on, Gordon, get back there. Oh.
Good night, honey.
So you're getting 3 boxes of halves tomorrow, Rob?
Yes, they used to come in on Thursday, but now they've been calling me late Wednesday afternoon. They've got a different armored car company they're getting them from, so they're coming in like late Wednesday afternoon. So Denise is she's got a really busy day tomorrow. I probably won't see her till after 7 p.m. tomorrow. She'll be gone before I get up. So I've got to go pay I've got to go pay up at my house. I got to go pay my water bill. So I'm going to run around and do that. And then I think I've got $400 of halves left in the truck. So I'll take those back to 4 banks, and then I'll stop at the credit unions, getting the three boxes of halves, and I'll pick them up. The good thing, Bill, the videos I've lost in my phone, or excuse me, in my computer that crashed, I still had all 7 of my coin roll hunting videos. I've done 5 boxes of halves so far, 1 box of nickels, and I'm working on 1 box of pennies. And I had all that footage still stored in my phone. So I've been able to transfer that to one of the other computers, and I've just had to redo them. So I'm hoping that I didn't lose too much stuff in this new computer. I called a portable service today that said they would come over and transfer the stuff from my broken computer. They wanted $125 to come to the house to do that today.
Nice.
I'm like, dude, for $299, I could buy a brand new computer.
Yeah, but they're going to transfer.
Yeah. So anyway, I called my computer guy, who's a lot more reasonably priced. He's got his own shop. He's open noon to 7. So I told him I'd bring the computer tomorrow. He goes, I'll try and see if I can get your stuff off. If the hard drive itself's not physically damaged, I should be able to. He said, I might be able to get the stuff off of it. And I said, well, it's not like I dropped the computer or anything, or like I did my other hard drive. It just stopped working. So hopefully he'll be able to get my stuff off.
Hopefully,
take care, Wiley.
Good night, Wiley. Oh, I got to get some more coffee. Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to make some after I get off. Yeah, Rick, I got your address, buddy. Miss Patty, have a good night. Yeah, my internet's lagging tonight too, Patty. Yeah, we had a fun time at trivia, guys. One of the other couples we play with, they had some friends in from out of town in Michigan, so they came down. So we had 9 of us on our team tonight, and it was nice. We all chipped in for different answers. I did not. We had an answer tonight on a barn windmill. Which way does the arrow face? Does the arrow face with the wind or against the wind? And I was like, well, of course it faces with the wind. The arrow blows with the wind. And the other guy at the table that was here from Michigan said, no, that's wrong. He says they build the windmill arrows with the ass end of the arrow heavier and wider. So that's the side the wind hits. So it flips it around. So your arrow the front of your arrow is going into the wind because the back of the arrow is what takes the wind. I didn't know that. And
Yeah.
of course, I've never lived in a farm or had a windmill. I didn't know that. So
Yep, it points into the wind.
Jim, I got a new computer. Yeah, Rob's luck. No, I'm knock on wood, Mary. I'm doing pretty good with cars lately for the last two
Really,
three cars,
Mary?
three cars.
You lost yours too, huh?
I bought a new computer 11 months ago, right after Bill's gotten his. And I bought one similar to Bill because he was having such good luck, and it works great. It worked great, guys. But it is a refurbished computer. But fortunately, Miss Denise paid the $24.99 for the 2-year extended warranty, and I've had it 11 months, and it went out. It went out Sunday 10 days ago, right in the middle of downloading a video for Monday Digs. It went right out. Lost all that. Lost everything. And but we called up the company that we have the extended warranty program for, and they said, "You're 100% covered." They sent us a box already, just got here this weekend. So with the bubble wrap and everything, they sent us the return label and the RMA information, and they gave us a return code. And they said, send it back to Amazon or whatever their station, their repair place. And they said, if we can't fix it, we'll give you a new computer. If we don't have a new computer that's comparable, we'll give you an Amazon gift card for what you paid for it. So either way, guys, but I'm just going to have to handle for the next 2 weeks with using my 15-year-old laptop.
That's another one. I tell you, the last 4 times I've mailed stuff out, they've been losing crap left and right.
Nice, Carrie. Yeah, Danny. Denise uses Amazon quite a bit. John Chum, good seeing you tonight here too, sir. But
Rob, why don't we run that other race?
all righty, Bill.
You got 0. Stage it. Oh yeah, I love Amazon too, Danny D. They have some, if you watch it every day and wait for the great deals. That's what I do.
Bill, we're gonna do a comment picker on this one, Bill.
Oh, okay.
That way, if they're not interested in stickers, they don't have to.
Good idea, Rob. So hear that, guys? If you want a sticker pack, whatever Rob comes up with, type it in. If you don't want a sticker pack, don't type it in.
You know what, Bill? We had this problem last week, didn't we?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. See, when you used to spell your Tuesday night with a different word or a different spelling, the computer would pick it up.
But it's not. I just put it with Tuesday Night Live. It's not picking it up. Oh my God.
Let me try it with the 3. Let me see if that's. No.
Oh, damn, John.
So it looks like we're going to be running another race.
Sorry, folks, for running a race.
And I need to add. And I need
if
to
your name
add,
comes up and you don't want it, say pass it on.
Yep. Let's go race again. We're going to make sure we got John Chum in here. Alrighty, guys. A 10 sticker pack. No, and we'll figure something else out. I don't know, maybe a Buffalo or Silver War Nickel or something. But yeah, let's go for a 10 sticker pack. Set. Shuffle once. Shuffle twice. And shuffle 3 times. And there we go.
Technical Monardo moment. It wouldn't be a live stream with Rob and me if it didn't happen, Jeff.
Jeff, we're gonna figure out how to do we're gonna figure out how to do that comment picker with Bills. We'll get that figured out. We had it figured out a few weeks ago, so we'll get it done.
Yeah. Now these guys, they remind me of a candy they used to make. Mike and Ike's or something.
Oh yeah,
Mike and Ike's.
yeah. The little breath mints that were shaped. Yep, exactly, Bill. I like them because you got some that have one eye, like the Minions.
No, Scott, he did not say he would offer a Civil War nickel.
I've never found a Civil War nickel. I'd love to find a Civil War nickel.
Yeah, and that's one I don't think you'd give away either.
No, or Civil War token. Alrighty, guys, there was a 19-second fade. It's pretty clogged right here. It's pretty clogged up right here. Pretty crowded. This is anybody's race with 7 seconds. Danny D's up there. Here comes somebody. Who's that? Look at boom.
Grandma Ken, it's still here.
Kelly collects stickers or not? We're gonna find that out.
I didn't know if she's still here.
Ouch, Brewer. I don't know if she collects stickers or not.
Well, she's taggable. But yep, she's here. Please pass it on, she says.
She says, please pass it on. Okay, NorCal.
NorCal, you here? If you're here, you
NorCal,
just
would
want
you
a
like-
sticker.
Like a 10 sticker pack. NorCal's here.
He says thank you, so he'll take them. Congratulations, NorCal, and thank you, Grandma Kelly.
NorCal, would you like the sticker pack? Tic Tacs, that's them. Who wrote that? Tom Kingery. Yes, that's what those were that look like that.
But anyways, he says heck yeah and thank you.
Oh. He says, heck yeah. All righty. NorCal gets a 10 sticker pack.
Yep. Damn you, Brew, you jinxed me, butthead.
Oh, love sending out stickers. Congratulations, NorCal.
Excuse me.
Well, Bill, I'm glad you're feeling better, buddy. I'm glad you're home.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope they get your I hope they get your heart rate settled out so you can get back to getting an appointment for the hip again.
Yeah. The other day when I talked to the surgeon's assistant, she goes, "It could take up to a year." I went, "No, there's no freaking way my hip will go that long." We're gonna.
Yeah, no, yeah, that ain't you know you don't understand people.
Yeah. Thank you, Kelly.
All right, guys.
Good night,
All
everybody.
right, I'm going to
Thank
try
you
and
all
catch
for
up
being
on a
here.
couple of videos. Everybody have a great night out there. Be good humans. See you, everybody.
Yep. Good night, everyone.